All right, so what I want to do first of all is teach you about using soft hands. It's really important when you're doing massage is to keep your hands soft. You really want to kind of mold to the contours of the body, and I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to show you what's right and the wrong ways. So because what you want to do, now for a couple of reasons. One, it feels way better for the client. Secondly, for your palpation, you'll be able to feel more of the knots and the tissue that's what we call dysfunctional tissues. You'll feel the bumps and lumps, if you like. So keeping those hands nice and soft, molding to the contours, as opposed to having rigid like this. If you do that, you're going to get tired really quickly and more likely to get injured. So just remember, as we go through, you want to keep whatever stroke you're doing, as you'll see as I show you, the fingers follow the contours of the body, whether it's the arms, the legs, the back. Don't have them rigid like this. So let me show you what it looks like when we're doing a massage. This is the correct way to do it. So you'll see here, just have a look here. So you see my hands are following the contours of the body like I talk about. And they're covering the whole body there. You see that? Nice soft fingers just sort of caressing around the contours of the body there. Body weight transferring from side to side doing kneading. And then I'll show you what you should not be doing. Okay. So you see that? See how they've got the rigid fingers, thumbs are rigid? This will tire you out. This is the way not to do it. It feels terrible, and it is terrible. Right, so now that you need soft hands, let's show you the first stroke. Now this is really what is called effleurage. I just call it a general stroke. This is the stroke you use, which you'll learn later in the course. It's what we start off with, okay? It's fairly light pressure as you're working through, because you don't want to just start with the elbows onto someone. You'll have them jumping off the table. So this is an introductory stroke. It doesn't have to be like a skin polish soft. I'm not saying that at all. So what I want you to do, what I'm saying is, you're not going straight in, pressing in thumbs. You got to loosen up the muscles first and foremost, and that's what this one does. And it gets the person used to your touch. So what I want you to see as you see the video, which I'll go through with you, is watch the way I'm using my body weight. I'm going through my front foot. I'm driving through the whole time. So you'll see, now remember to have your shoulders down. You don't want to be hunching your shoulders like this at all. You'll get really sore quickly. Broad across the chest, and your good body weight transference, and very little movement in the arms. We're not doing this muscular effort like I talked about before. So have a look at this, and I'll show you the differences between what's good and what's bad. So just remember, move that body weight, and no sharp angles with the wrist, that sort of thing, like I talked about earlier on in the course. So let's have a look at that, and I'll show you what's right and how not to do it. All right, so this is effleurage. I just call it a general stroke. So, okay, look, no sharp angles at the wrist. You can see I'm going right around the body, coming back, and then see I'm pushing through my lunge position and going around the shoulder and coming back onto the back foot, and then push down into the front foot. Just like you throw a tennis ball, you go onto your front foot when you're working forward. Here's another look. So you see, this will give you a better example of using my body weight. You see I'm wide across the shoulders, wide across the chest, my shoulders are down, and you can just see as we work through there each time. So see how I'm leaning my upper body over the limb. That's really important to help get your weight in. So you see that I'm still putting good pressure on. See that? So just work your way down through there, keeping that body weight moving. You can see that there. So when we come to the legs, you'll be able to do that just like that. Body weight over the limb there, and just working through. All right, so that's the way to do it. All right, so once again, the person's, well, me, all crunched over, not wide across the chest. There's no body weight, and it's all arms. All the movement at the elbows is just all arms and shoulders. Horrible technique, Mark. Horrible. Okay, so once you've done the general stroke, as I say, you'll see this when we start to work the limbs, but I'll go through each of them. So once you've done this effleurage, this general stroke, then we're going to stand face on for the body. So the first one, you're in that lunge stance, one foot in front of the other as you work the body, right? Now you're coming face onto the body to do kneading, which is basically a figure eight with your hands, okay? So you're basically doing this. Now, I have my thumbs like this. You can have them up like you're close to your fingers if you want. Just remember soft hands, so you can have them like this, or you can have them down. I kind of like more of this to get, it works better onto the limbs, you know, because you get your thumb on the back side of it. But that's up to you. You can do either way. It doesn't matter. The things I want you to notice once again is, okay, before we were rocking forward and back, okay, shoulders down, wide across the chest. Now once again, wide across the chest, but now we're rocking from side to side. Okay, so you're taking your weight from left foot to right foot now, rather than forward and back. So we're facing the client, shoulders must be down, nice and wide across, and you're going to work rocking from side to side, all right? So those are the things. Remember to keep your hands soft. The other thing is, as we go through the course, is you want to cover the whole limb. So don't leave out, you'll see this more when we start doing the scissor stroke. But if you miss an area, the body really knows it. So make sure you cover that whole leg, like don't sort of miss up the top or down the bottom. Make sure as you go and to the sides, if you're doing the scissors, as I'll show you later on, but make sure you go right to the edges as much as possible so you're not missing out. Because as a client, they really feel like, oh, that bit's been missed, yeah? So that's what you want to look for as well. Cover the whole limb when you're doing your kneading, or the back if you're doing the back, what have you, all right? Shoulders down, and really get that rocking from side to side, and let's have a look at it. Okay, so the kneading stroke here, remember it's like a figure 8. So you can see there, now so watch, that's what I'm talking about. See my body weight, now we're rocking from left to right side. You see that? Shoulders are down, my body weight's again leaning over the person to apply more pressure, and beautiful soft hands, you see that? Covering the whole limb, that's what I was talking about again. We're covering the whole limb. You see, it's all coming from body weight. So that weight transference. So I'll give you a better angle here. Or another angle, I guess. So you can see that it's just rocking from side to side. That's what you want to do. And that's, like I was saying to you, so many therapists just stand there statically and don't do that. And of course, it makes it more fun for you as a practitioner. You know, you're doing this dance. It's all rhythmical. So you're just working along the limb there. And it's just so much easier to do as well. And of course, this feels amazing for the client. Like I said to you before, when you're using your body weight and your weight transference, it just feels so much better. All right, so let's have a look how not to do it. All right, so you see the real grippy pincer grip, rigid fingers, hardly any moves, all arms and shoulders again. The shoulders are up, the shoulders are not down and relaxed. This I see all the time. And it's just not rhythmical and flowing. You can see it's not even in the same ballpark. Hey there, and welcome to my channel. Hey look, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and if you're interested in doing massage and therapies online, you can go to my website. It's in the link in my bio there, and you can go to check out my website as well.